Good morning, world. Why are those doors open exactly? Well, anyway. So is he like gonna be sitting downwards or is he gonna be keeping himself in the room? No, he's still sleeping. Let's not bother him. And wench, get me breakfast. I need nourishment 15, so I need something... Okay, so what could we eat in the morning? Some kind of pretzels. Or we could be getting bread roll with some kind of sausage, but sausages are really high nourishment. I don't exactly want that. Or we could be getting a few pretzels, like 2. Let's buy 2 pretzels, it's gonna be enough.
Let's talk about the price.
Alright, so...
Since it's you.
That's not enough.
No, yeah, let's do it.
Well,
Let's
that's a
not
decent
haggle
price.
too much for such low amounts. So thank you very much for that. Let's sit next to the table and of course get our pretzels, and then we're gonna be heading out to maybe see if potentially there could be still some arrows to be found that we actually wasted on the guy. Pretzels done, and I would kind of also like to maybe clean my clothes somewhere, but then again, inns are not exactly known from having the troughs. But the one is near the monastery. Oh, there is actually one. Okay, so that's different. Thank you very much. So we are right now clean all around. Yes, good. Legs are almost healed, at least the right one it seems. The left one seems to be a bit more hurt. Let's head out into our battlefield of last night. And let's look for arrows, because they are expensive. I found them with one of the bandits, so they are actually really good. I would very much prefer if I could find them. Okay, let's dismount. I was running all around here, so they could be everywhere here. It's gonna be probably a bit boring part to actually look at. Trying to find arrows on the ground. It's not exactly easy in the first place. I don't exactly know how quickly they disappear. I know that they should be disappearing. But right now we have slept for 5 hours, so I'm hoping maybe they are still gonna be somewhere around. Because I used how many? Piercing? I almost used all of them. I was having 40. So I basically used about 34. I hit him maybe 10 times. So those are all lost. Definitely. But other than that, that was quite a costly encounter. But at the same time there was no other way for me to do it. Because I certainly wouldn't be able to beat him in normal fight, and he just wasn't to be talked down, unfortunately. And also maybe I could have talked him down. I just didn't look at actually at the scores. Maybe he would be Maybe he would be actually helpful if I talk to him as a lord. I basically, the speech is... I have a high speech against commoners. But against highborn, which, well, he kinda isn't highborn, but he's probably thinking of himself as highborn. Ah, there's an arrow. So he is probably thinking of himself as... yeah, as he should be talked to a bit better. Maybe I did mess that up at least a bit in there. Oh, yeah, well, who knows. Anyway, so we already found one arrow. So this wasn't a waste of time. It's good news. Very good news. The arrows are still around somewhere. Just to find them. There is one piercing arrow, thank you. So where are more of them? Well, consider I shot out about 40 arrows here and really about 10 hit. I should be having about 30 arrows thrown across the countryside here. So I'll be even thinking that it might be slightly easier to actually find them than it so far is. I found basically about 2 or 3 so far. Not a whole lot. Definitely better than nothing, and it's worthwhile that I did this. Arrows, arrows, where are you? There are probably gonna be quite plenty there. In the slight distance, because that was where I was shooting quite often. And also missing quite often. I'm thinking I will find at least some. And then there might be at least a bit right next to Willow. Because I was shooting there also a few times. And I think I hit not all the time. Okay, this is kinda way off. I wasn't really fighting here. Need to go a bit back. Definitely would be nice if this wasn't exactly a place where the grass is so high. Would be making it a whole lot easier if this was kinda cropped grass. Hell yeah, what can we do? That's what he chose as a battlefield, so that is where we need to look. Ah, there is an arrow. Nice. Very nice indeed. That is a broken one. That's not gonna be useful, but there seems to be a right next one, also broken. So those are probably the ones that hit him into the armor and didn't do a whole lot. So yeah, unfortunately they're not gonna be useful anymore. Probably not too much more here. I really think I didn't really shoot him here that much. So it's kinda alright, he should be right now probably moving somewhere a bit else. Yeah, I was running here quite a bit and shooting. So I'm hoping there are gonna be quite a few here that you will be able to find. That's kind of weird that I'm not really finding any yet. Huh. Really would be thinking, because I was really running here a lot and shooting. And there is one, nice. Oh, it's broken though. It's a shame. That is a broken one. But yeah, I was right that I was really fighting here. And therefore the arrows will be lying somewhere around here. Probably not all the way there. Yeah, I'm thinking this is kind of far away already. There's another. Piercing arrow. Yes, that's the expensive one. Cool. And another one here. Another piercing, expensive one. Thank you. Man, I'm glad I did this. Another one here. Another piercing arrow. I'm thinking actually that the broken arrows are those that hit armor. Don't do a whole lot of damage, but they of course break. Makes a lot of sense. Probably gonna be those. Another piercing arrow, good. Plenty of them here. I really was shooting a ton. Another one. Oh man, I found the sweet spot. With all my arrows that missed the mark. Another one here. I was really shooting a ton at this spot. It has to be said, of course, that also missing a ton. It's just kinda obvious, looking at, at the number of arrows lying on the ground. There's another one, piercing, good. Actually getting good return at this point. Another here. Another piercing arrow. Another one here. Man, this is pretty cool replenishment. I was for a moment thinking I will have to buy a lot of new arrows, because I have kinda really used a ton. There's another one here. But in the end it might not really be needed. It might really not be needed, because I'm getting plenty of them right now back. I was apparently running and shooting quite around and quite far away. Even further than I initially thought. Doesn't seem to be anything more here. There is one. I did miss actually an arrow. How many have we actually picked up already? Already 12 piercing arrow we've picked up. And about 2 hunting arrows. So 12, well, 12 piercing arrows, which are kind of expensive. That's actually a very good result. So yeah, if you are shooting somewhere or other, have some kind of interesting engagement, and shoot a lot of arrows, go back to the place where the battle happened once it's done, and start picking them up, because they are gonna be there. And you might be able to save a lot of money through that, because you won't have to restock that much. Or there's also the other approach, and that's don't miss. That's don't miss and simply get some good hits in. Yeah, this seems like too far away already. Probably not gonna be, or rather, where I should be looking anymore. Yeah, so probably let's cross on the other side of the road. There is an arrow, right? No? No. I was just seeing the white flower in there. Okay. So that was just a bit of wishful thinking on my part. But yeah, this side of the road seems to be clean. Okay, let's cross into the more difficult one. Because there is a bit higher grass. So it will be a bit harder to spot any kind of arrows that might be still lying here. And yeah, this is definitely the place where I was shooting a lot. Okay, not here, that's too far away. Yeah, that's getting a bit more to the right than I was actually running. I was running more or less in kinda really tight circle rather. Wasn't really going for any kind of huge circling around. I was trying to basically keep him in range so that he is still aggroed on me and doesn't really disengage. Because I'm thinking it might help him heal at least a bit and basically delay. At least on the stamina it's gonna be working. Delay his basically resign. And stopping fighting. Okay, there was an... Oh, there is an arrow. Nice. Piercing arrow. The expensive kind. And there is another one. There's nothing hidden in this part of the tall grass. Let's go back. There it is. Another one. Good. Good. I kind of wondering if maybe we are gonna be able to find like all of them that actually didn't hit. I'm almost thinking that we might, because we've already found plenty. And as I said, I hit him about, I'm thinking about 10 times. So far we have found a few broken arrows, which are gonna be like the arrows that hit the shield or something like that and fell off. We have hit like a couple. Not really too many. So I'm thinking there are still gonna be quite a few here lying around that we should be able to find if we actually are lucky enough, because yeah, in this, looking for them is definitely beyond easy. Beyond easy quite well. Yeah, I'm sorry, I really know that this is not really interactive or anything interesting even to watch, I'm thinking. But we're role-playing, and this is actually quite an important part for me. Finding back the arrows, not having to spend the money. Just making plenty of sense to do this. Even though we are right now having plenty of money, like about 3,000, because yet again, we somehow got 1,000 more than we should have. For absolutely no reason. Don't know why. It was probably some kind of bug with some kind of quest. Because or I missed something. That's also possible. I will probably rewatch the video later. Maybe I missed some kind of extra reward somewhere. But to be honest, I don't really think so. I think that was just some kind of either different kind of reward that we shouldn't have gotten, or I don't know. I'm really thinking it was some kind of extra reward for a quest that we shouldn't have received. Or maybe it's some kind of compensation for example, there was that one quest with the Quarry Masters about the stones, where there was a part that actually could have gotten us maybe some kind of experience, some kind of even money for telling actually the build the master in the monastery. But the quest closed on us for some reason, so we weren't able to do that. And maybe just the game actually like resolved the quest. It was actually done, and gave us the reward anyway. And then there was the second option, which was in Merhoyed, where I basically refused the reward, because of course the people needed it a whole lot more in there. They basically lost all their livelihoods. And maybe even when I refused, the game awarded the money to me anyway. Though it would be slightly strange, because it was really 1,000. And I just don't see how they could have gotten around to get me 1,000 for a quest. If basically even the Lord is giving me 1,200, that's less. And he's of course the rich one. I really don't think so that's gonna be the resolution. So it's just some kind of weird thing. As you're looking potentially for more arrows that could be around here. Kinda almost right now heading back. Ah, there is arrow. Broken one though. But still, that does count. That was one that hit probably a shield or some kind of good piece of armor. But as we are heading closer, basically the original field of battle should be right now kinda closing up our search slowly but surely. Okay, now this is kinda the difficult part with the very high grass, so it's kinda hard to see. The arrows that kinda look kinda similar to all those flowers with their shafts and of course the feathers at the end. They're almost looking like this white flower here. Nothing there, nothing there. We actually looking here already for about 5 hours in the game. In the game time. Well, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it to get all those arrows. We already found so many. So many indeed. Yeah, there don't seem to be anything here. Anyway, so let's go forward. And I don't think I was actually shooting a whole lot here. I think this was the kind of the spot that I was running across to basically get away from him. So I don't really expect to be having all that many here, maybe like 1, 2, and that's pretty much going to be it. I'm probably then gonna be also having a way towards the monasteries, because we need to talk to the master in there, Master Feifar, as the engraver. Needed to get for a moment our bearings, where we are. Yeah, not really go back, but slightly inching forward. Ah, there's an arrow, piercing arrow, good. So it did pay off looking around here. Very nice indeed. And there is another one. Very nice. And not there. Good. So we are already at 25. So we already found 19. We were starting with about 40, if I remember correctly. Maybe slightly less, because I think there was some kind of encounter before, or some such. I know my memory is slightly fuzzy. I'm not entirely certain. And considering we hit about, as I said, about 10, we found also about 5 broken. So that's like 30 maybe, with the broken arrows. The hunting arrows, we have found some back already. About 2. Didn't use all that many, we had about 6. So maybe the hunting arrows and the broken arrows are just gonna be done. So about 8 minus, so about like 32 we should be having. So maybe there are about 5 more piercing arrows somewhere here. They are still to be found, but yeah, I'm not really gonna be looking for the number that much. I'm just gonna be heading, or rather, going across the grass back to monastery. There are gonna be probably a lot more towards that way, because I was shooting that way and I found like about 1, 2 there. And there it's gonna be really hard to find anything. Because there's the tall grass and yeah, it's really hard to see in it. like really, really hard. And I also was already looking here, I'm thinking, when I was coming this way. Yeah, I was. I'm probably gonna be really well hidden. This is a really hard terrain to look at and pick up the arrows, so yeah, kinda guessing it might not be a place where I will be too successful, even though they might really still be lying around. They then probably gonna be lost to me. Even if they're lying somewhere. Ah, there is better hunting arrow, good. There is one, that was really hard to see, we definitely only lucked on it. Wasn't anything else than luck. Okay, so where we are, yeah, here we are. Okay, let's go towards the monastery then, because I'm thinking I'm really finishing with the hunt for arrows at this point. Yeah, because this is like insanely hard to see anything in these fields, so it's gonna be only luck if I find actually any extra. And there's not much point to actually spend the remainder of the day here. Yeah, it's really just too hard. Really just a bit too hard. Well, anyway, I think it was already quite a huge success. We have found about 20 plus arrows. That's a really pretty huge deal. I wasn't even thinking I was gonna be able to find all that many. So I'm quite happy with the result and with the time spent, even though it cost us like better half of the day in the game trying to find the arrows. I'm glad I did. It saved us a lot of money. It does definitely a lot of money. And where is Pebbles? All the way there, so let's just basically right now walk towards him and see if maybe we're gonna get lucky. And then we're gonna be heading into the monastery to ask Master Feifar how it is with the counterfeit money. Oh, there is Pebbles. I'm just going kinda the wrong way here a bit. Alright, let's go all the way back to the road here, and then we're gonna turn to Pebbles and get out of this field of battle with all the arrows that we could have found. And we did. Alright, that's it. And right next to the horsey, that's the last arrow probably that we're gonna find. Piercing arrow, the expensive one. Good. Very good indeed. So I'm just gonna look around here because I apparently did shoot a bit more around this place. So just make sure. But I didn't really go that far away, so yeah, there's no point going all the way back to town almost for it. Yeah, that seems to be it. Okay. Alright, the rest can rot. But this was definitely very successful indeed. Because we had 6 piercing arrows when we went here, so we found 20 piercing arrows. About 2 or 3 better hunting arrows. Where do we have them? There. 3. 3 better hunting arrows and quite a bit of broken 4. So in full, about 27 arrows. That's cool. Good. That was well worth it. Probably gonna be a few more here, but we have already spent plenty of time on that. It's getting kinda late, so let's do at least something. And that something is gonna be talking to Master Feifar. And we kinda also missed our lunch. So we should probably rectify that. Now, Feifar was somewhere not exactly here, but I'm thinking... Yeah, he was somewhere here. He was somewhere here, I think. Anyway, so how's it looking with the nourishment? 85, that's still kinda alright. So, you don't even need to really get a lunch all that much.
What's going on out there?
Nothing. Keep your calm, villager. And I was also maybe going to ask around the mill here.
What?
About potential work for those 2 dudes. So is there somebody in? Oh, shouldn't be coming in apparently. Is there a miller or somebody we can talk to? Apparently not. Nobody really here that I could see either. But yeah, I'm really thinking this is not the kind of mill that the guys are interested in. Oh, this is right now Miller. Okay, let's see.
You? What do you need?
Do you know where I can find the master engraver?
Oh, yes. He has a workshop by the monastery.
No, he is not the right Miller. That is gonna be giving work to our friends. Anyway. He has a shop by the monastery, which is not here, I think. Where is he exactly? Ah, I think he is actually here. Or not? No, that's already in the monastery. Oh, he's probably here at the bottom. Yeah, right now, remember. I think he's in this building. Safe conduct according to the good gentleman Ulrich of Passau. We, the aldermen of the great and glorious city of Passau, do hereby wish God's grace and mercy, and do offer goodwill to all, and sundry princes, or whatever, religious and secular dukes and coutons. No, I'm looking for the dudes that are gonna be giving work to my friends here from Sassau. They are apparently partial to some kind of mill work, so I'm thinking it's gonna be the mill north of Užice, or maybe even Pešek is gonna be doing something. I'm gonna see with him as well. Dukes and coutons, margraves, barons, lords and other nobles, chamberlains, ministers and councillors, knights and squires, hetmen and captains, customs officials, treasurers and officials and bailiffs and cities, towns and villages and other settlements and their elders and governors, and to all others who are subject and faithful to the Holy Roman Empire, and to all who, by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, shall take into their hands this missal. Esteemed, gracious, noble and faithful friends, we hereby recommend to you Each and all the holder of this parchment, the venerable knight, Sir Ulrich, good gentleman and our loyal friend, who shall soon come to your kingdom of Bohemia as our envoy and emissary, and we ask you to receive him upon his arrival with that same goodwill and respect that are you graciously afford us, to treat him kindly and to suffer him to travel, and to assist him in his journey, and to allow him safe conduct over all roads, ports, bridges, lands, fiefdoms, counties, provinces, cities, towns, castles, villages, and other places in your kingdom of Bohemia, and by your good grace to see Sir Ulrich's safe and unmolested passage in his mission. His mission to uphold the honor and good name of our great city, set down in the city of Passau in the year of our Lord 1403. Record of examination of the coin. On April 2nd, a test was conducted in Passau of a coin, which was the forgery of the Prague groschen recently discovered in the Passau House of Exchange. The test was conducted by Master Johannes Bergman, Honorable Councillor of the city of Passau, who was entrusted with the task by the city council and who, as a jeweler and goldsmith, has much experience in such matters. The test was supervised by the deputies of the city council. Whatever that title is. Joachim Falkenberg, Konrad called Honeytongue, and Kuno Eiser. Master Bergman surmised that the forgeries were very well-fashioned and for a layman difficult to distinguish from genuine currency. It was also found that the counterfeit had been made by a new method as yet unfamiliar to Master Bergman. The core of the coin is stamped from copper sheet, and the same is plated with silver amalgam in imitation of the genuine article. The master jeweler also noted that the design of the coin is sharply etched and of fine quality, indicating that the counterfeiters had at their disposal a very well-crafted punch. I'm getting slightly worried here. I'm getting slightly worried that the engraver might be part of this problem. And if I confront him, he's not gonna be making for me the last part for the lady. I'm seriously worried about that. I probably should be getting it first. And only after talking to him about this main quest. I'm gonna do that. But for that I really need lockpick, which means I will have to go all the way to Rataje, to Peshek, to see if maybe really he does have the lockpicks. There's the horse. Really, I'm seriously worried that Feifar is really in it. And we won't be able to finish the quest. It's not good. It's really kinda tough. I have to get Ulrich's documents to Master Feifar. Perhaps he can help us. Not having a good feeling about it. I probably need to find the Moldavit first. And I know where it is. Fortunately, it means that I need to get the lockpick. Okay, so we are kind of done here. There are about 2 hours of daylight, so where we can go from Sazava. Not any kind of good place. What is that? A quest giver, potentially. Potentially a quest giver. So, like, what do we do now and how do we proceed? We have some quests that he could do in the remains, or rather, in the meantime, get a piece of remains of Saint Procopius for Urban. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I could, like, fool him into something. But not interested. Tell Theresa, Fritz and Matthew send their regards, yes. No, I just need to go to Rataje. Everything is sending me to Rataje. This is gonna be waiting for a bit. It's no worry. We could try traveling at night or at this time, but it's gonna be always risky. What is the best way to get to Rattay on foot? The way we came, probably. The way we came... Or cut it to Ledečko. And from Ledečko to there. Like through here, there's the road. It seems quick enough. I'm thinking that could be safe to travel at night. I think that could really be safe to do. Let's do it then. Do I go right? Yes, I do. South. I need to cross the river first. Not there. I need to go around. Behind the wall. Right, and now directly east, more or less. The question is if there's a crossing somewhere else than here. Well, let's just head to that crossing. Let's not make it too complicated. Straight east. Oh, straight, almost straight, right? I need to go to kind of northy. But that's gonna be way there. And fingers crossed we don't come across any bandits here. Okay, let's not overdo it. There are some walls there. Aren't there? Or it's a camp. What is that? Or am I just seeing things? Nah, I was just seeing things. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. Nobody here that I could see. That's good news. Trampling the mushrooms, and hopefully nobody's here. Checking right, checking left. And Taco Bar, yeah. Okay. Spoilers to the quests I kinda wouldn't like all that much. Those spies here. But help when I'm kinda stuck and wondering if the game is just trolling me or whatever. It's kind of fine. Like exactly what you've been giving me so far. That's alright. There are some strange people here. Is it like an inn or what is this? This is looking certainly like the Millers. Yeah. Hired hand. Like the thiefy kind of Millers. Oh, hey, okay. For me? I would be asking for the carpenters first.
Is there any work
or the
here
dudes.
for carpenters?
I don't need any carpenters.
Okay, and what about
Is there any work you can
if you actually need to do something?
That depends. Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've got a bit of a problem.
I'm listening.
We've got a human captive we pulled out of the river.
Oh, okay.
I've an idea what to do with him, but I need a little help. I have my own plans for him, but I need a bit of help.
Yeah, I'm kinda thinking he rather belongs somewhere else. And not for some kind of personal... I don't know. Whatever that could be. How did you do it? Yeah. I'm kinda curious how he actually captured them as well. Like, how did you do it?
How did you do it? It's not every day a
Yeah.
miller's helper catches an enemy of the
Good.
crown.
That's true. My hands will be more than happy to tell you how they caught him.
I'm in the service of Radzig Cobbler, and that Cuman should be swinging from the rat-eye gallows.
Maybe, but I'm not taking it there. I don't have time. I'd rather throw him into the mill run.
Oh, interesting.
I can take him there for you.
That's generous of you. And you just happen to get the reward for him too.
That's not what I was thinking. You're a weird fellow. I'm just gonna bring him back because I'm the lawman, so I should be doing that for free.
No, I'll bring you the whole reward back.
Don't take it personally, but I'm just not a trusting man. Give me the money in advance and you can take him. What you do with him then is up to you.
And how the hell should I know how much I'm gonna be getting for him or whatever? That's stupid. Or, oh, there are some options here, okay. Not going to pay for my patience with you right now. I'll go to Pirkstein and tell them what you're doing. Well, why should I do that? Like, yeah, he should be basically given to the authorities, but at the same time, he's like slaughtering across the land, so why should I actually make it like difficult for him and easy on the Cuman, or easier on him, whatever. I would win him on, not on patience. On speech I would win, because I have quite good perks. I would definitely like to know where the last one is actually, or rather where the last one will be following. We're definitely liking to know that. I really don't know how many would they be willing to pay. I'm not giving him like my money to take a prisoner from him somewhere else. It's just not really happening. I'll go to Pirkstein and tell them what you're doing.
I won't give you any money. I'm not that desperate for his company.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Game saved. And I should be freeing him? Interesting. Lost in translation. So, free the Cuman. Samuel Hans and Budin have captured the Cuman raider. From what I have heard, none of them knows quite what to do with the captive. I'm gonna be asking around here at least. Maybe some more information that you can get.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come to ask about that Cuman.
Ask away.
How did you manage to catch him? It's not like I underestimate you, but I can only assume he was armed.
Aye, he was. But he had a bit of bad luck. I went for water in the morning, and all of a sudden I saw a man on a horse riding through the ford. Halfway down the ford, the horse got wild and threw him into the water. I waded in and pulled him up on the shore. And then I realized he was a Cuman. Luckily for me, he'd hit his head and was out cold. So I dragged him into the bar.
Well, that wasn't really all that hard, was it?
And what plans do you have for him?
What do I know? The minute told me to guard him. You'll have to ask him what he's got in mind.
All right, I'll ask him. Interesting.
Alright.
Are you serious?
Alright. So there maybe... Oh, private area. Not for us, sorry. apparently he doesn't want to talk to me about anything else at all. So if there is an opportunity how to do the quest, I have already... Rather, with the speech it's not gonna be available anymore. We need to go around because he's somewhere hidden here, it seems, in the barn. Yeah, probably. Are there some more hens or... Oh, there are a few more people here.
Stupid. I've come to ask about that human. Ask away. Interesting.
One hell of a conversation. Okay, so he's probably gonna be hidden in there.
What's important is that he doesn't get out, or he'll stab us all in our sleep.
I'll stab him, Sue. He's been yelling that gibberish of his the whole day. I'll give it a bloody rest.
Oh, I see. Now you're a hero. You should have thought.
Well, it wasn't this guy, it was the other guy. So who are you blaming here exactly? Like... Interesting side quest. Really interesting side quest right there. I've probably missed the opportunity to like do it the good way. Because that was probably the last option that I'm gonna tell on them. I would really like to know what was actually following behind the conversation. Maybe it was the course of action that I wanted to take. But we just don't know. Okay, that's the horsey of the dude. That's gonna be the one of the cumin, and the cumin is just locked in there in the back. So I guess this is gonna be an undone quest, because right now we cannot talk to him anymore. He just doesn't want to let us know anything. Bit of a shame, I'm thinking. Yeah, well, that's how it went. That's how it went. He really doesn't want to talk to us anymore. And that seems like a pretty stupid resolution, to be honest, to request. Really pretty stupid. Like, not entirely. I don't really want to steal him from them. It's like another job, so it really seems like this is gonna be another quest that is not really gonna be doing anything. Some Milhans in Budin have captured a human raider. From what I have heard, none of them knows quite what to do with the captive. Whatever the truth about the human's alleged stash. What? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that the quest is not exactly thought through very well. Alleged stash. He must stand before Soradzik to be judged, and it's my duty to bring him to Ratai. Only the miller won't hear a word of it, and I'm left with no other choice than to snatch the captive from him. Okay, that's making me a bit more feeling better about taking him from there. But the stash, like, what the hell? I haven't even talked to him. I'm having like really high preference of right now taking the last route in the dialogue that I would or rather succeed in the speech, because that seems like the way that I would actually like to solve it rather than this. I was hoping that after not giving him the money, I would still be having the option to go for that option. But the quest just basically cut me off. Which I don't think is actually how it should be. Doesn't seem like proper design. Oh, well, I'm really thinking this is not exactly how I wanted it. So where is the last save though? And when? Lost in trans... Oh, right after I actually talked to him? Really? Are you kidding me? And then it's all the way before I actually started to look for all those arrows. Please, no. That's retarded. Well, that's stupid. This is right after. Because I'm just not looking for the arrows again. I'm not doing that.
God be with you.
Yeah, this is... Why didn't they save before? Well, they want to basically keep the decisions making some kind of sense. But to be honest, for them to make sense, you would have to have better dialogue design. That is something that actually annoys me here a bit. The hell is this? Oh, treasure map, okay. Yeah, well, we can keep that. I'm not gonna be stealing it from you. That's the guy. Oh, here he is. He was apparently going for a drink or something.
Good day to you.
I've come to ask,
Ask away.
how did you manage?
Yeah, we talked
and
about
they're
all of that before, so no need to.
What do I...
Interesting.
No need to repeat that. This is a really kind of weird quest. Weird resolution. Don't like it at all. Anyway, let's continue on our way because we don't have lockpicks anyway, so it's not like we can do anything at all. Let's go to Ledečko. Where to now? Still straight ahead into the east. And down onto the serpentines. And can we like cut it cross country into Rataje? Not much, we still need to go through Ledečko. Basically directly. Still a bit. Still a bit through here. We have found a tailor. I don't need him. So right now we are only basically hurrying up so that we can get to Rataje before it gets too dark and we potentially get surprised somewhere by something. No, that's not the correct way. I need to go right now left. East. Ah, there we see it. There we see what we want to see, right? Yes. Of course. Good then. Back home with Teresa almost. Yeah, just go across the bridge and we're gonna be there. That's there. Across the bridge. Let's talk to Mr. Miller. Hello. What? He's suddenly having quite a lot of options. That wasn't here before. Tell me about the job you wanted me to do. No. Can you teach me to pick locks? Yeah, that's cool. I would like to learn that. Can you tell me, is there any work for carpenters? Tell me something about the other millers. Tell me something about yourself. I don't want to do it. Will you teach me to pickpocket? No. I'm gonna ask for the
Is there any
carpenters
work
first.
here for carpenters?
Are they locals?
From Skalitz?
Then no. I only take in people I know.
Alright, so nothing from them, or rather for them. Yeah.
Try unlocking this trunk.
Has he like given me lockpicks? Or is it like gonna be without? Oh no, he has actually given me 15 lockpicks. Well, I'm kind of wondering if I'm gonna be keeping them or not, because we got lockpicks in that witch quest, and it unfortunately took our own lockpicks that we bought. That was really stupid. And it's kind of why we are in the situation that we are in.
Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism at the right moment. It's quite easy. It only takes a bit of practice. Now try poking around in the lock with the pick until you feel the right point where the tumbler is. Got it?
Oh, it's gonna be a difficult one.
Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you'll be fucked. You'll have to start all over again.
Right.
You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out.
Why are you going? Where did you go? Oh, but me actually let me keep all the lockpicks. That's even better than I thought. Alright. Cool. Can we actually train? Because I could use that. There is some kind of skill for that. Maybe main level? No. Agility, speech, probably not in speech. Not in vitality, agility. Dodger, featherweight. What is that? Ah, that's the falling. Maybe we could actually use that because I'm falling kinda often lately. Breaking my legs. So might be kinda useful. Combat. Skills. Yeah, it's gonna be in skills actually. Pickpocketing and lockpicking. There. We are almost there actually. Ahem. In horsemanship, we can actually get some kind of perk right now. Strong thighs, that's harder to actually unsettle us. Heavy duty pony, yeah, that's slower, but he is carrying more. Race horse, I'm kind of thinking that right now he is in a pretty good spot. He is still quite fast enough. Dread steed. Rider of the storm. Yeah. Not really useful. But I could train a bit lockpicking and maybe get at least a skill from that. A local hero. Your reputation is strong enough for you to get a bonus on strength, speech, agility and vitality, but you face tougher penalties for wrongdoing, and your reputation improves more slowly. Ah, so is there like more practice target here? I don't think so. He said me that I should be practicing more, but didn't exactly tell me where. So does he have like more things to actually lockpick here? And I don't want to do that because I'm worried it might be heading towards something bad. So I'd actually much rather to just talk to you about training. So where are you? There you are, Miller Peshek. So thank you for all of those lockpicks. That was definitely nice of you. It's gonna be helping me quite a bit. Ah, the training. Yes.
I hear you're able to open locks without a key. Will you teach me how?
Certainly.
Beginner.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
So how expensive are you? 60. Let's heckle with him a bit. How about...
Is this enough?
you and going to about 54,
Well,
55.
A little more, and we'll call it a deal. Agreed. Now listen up.
Good. Gonna be making stuff a bit easier on us. I'm kinda interested a bit more because I would like to know about the other millers.
Can you tell me something about the other millers?
Because it seems like the
There's a
guy
couple of other
that had the
fellows
cumin.
around here in my trade. Woodsick
Yeah.
and Kohelnitz,
That's
and
gonna be just Simon.
and Sasa.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
And who
Tell
is
me about
that guy?
Voice.
I don't think I've met this one
He's
yet.
young and hot-blooded, with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
So he doesn't sell, he doesn't seem to be selling really anything, but he got me 3 lockpicks. So I'm happy with that very much. Got a bit of training out of him. So right now I have lockpicks, so I can get the Moldavite. Oh, this is right now going well. If it wasn't for the screw up with this dude, where is he? This mill, that's bad. But really going through the martyrdom of going or rather looking for all of those arrows again. Nah, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. If it means that I'm not gonna be finishing the quest, or maybe I'm gonna be later actually rescuing him, even though it's really stupid. I would like to kinda maybe rescue him and give back the money to them then. But I'm kinda at this point certain that's not gonna be possible. Anyway, it's quite late, so we should be getting dinner if possible. And going to sleep. Let's hide you somewhere. Some kind of barn. There you go. So that you don't stand on the rain. Let's go home, get the dinner that things are cooked, and hit the sack. Hello. Hello. Good dinner, and that's a very nourishing dinner. Quite a lot more than I was expecting. So I guess let's go to sleep here. Well, how long are we going to sleep? There are gonna be plenty of things to do in the town. You're gonna have to wake up bailiffs, so I guess we should be aiming for about 8 AM. But maybe also we could be talking to Theresa, but he's gonna be also waking up a bit later. So 10 hours though, that's a long time. Let's do those 8. Or is it making sense? Let's go 9, 10. Let's go those 10. It's a lot more than I would be liking. But yeah, it's how it is.